Today we'll be looking at circle theorem. Under circle theorem, we'll be taking one of the theorems, which is angles at center is twice angles at circumference. Now we've prepared 4 circles that will help us to understand this perfectly. These 4 circles are: number 1, you see a diagram like this. Anywhere 2 lines meet, an angle is formed. Now these 2 lines that are meeting at the center, forming this angle that is labeled 2p, they come from the same point here and here. Now another 2 lines that meet at the circumference, that is labeled p now, come from also the same point where the angle that formed 2p came from. So whenever they are coming, they are generated from the same point to meet at the center, and also from the same point to meet at the circumference. The one at the center is twice the one at the circumference. That's why here is written p, here is written 2p. Similarly, look at this one here. They are coming, 2 lines coming from this and this to meet at the center to form the angle here 2p. Also from the same 2 points, 2 lines come here to meet at the circumference, forming the angle called p. If this is p, this is 2p. Look at the third one here. This is the third sentence, also referring to the same theorem. These 2 lines are generated from here and here. They meet at the center. This place is written 2p. From the same point, we have 2 lines continuing to meet at the circumference. This is called p. If here is 40, here is 80. If here is 100, here must be 200. If here is 50, here must be 100. That's the implication of the theorem. Now look at the fourth one here. You have something like this. From these same 2 points, 2 lines come to meet at the center. From these same 2 points, 2 lines go to meet at the circumference. The one at the center is always twice the one at the circumference. So if you can remember these 4 diagrams, have it in your head, then you always conquer anything that has to do with angles at center is twice angles at circumference. Now we'll prepare some examples here for you to practice. Number 1, we have this diagram here. If this is 40, they're asking us to find x here. If you relate it to diagram number 1, you see that x is 40 times 2, 80. Look at question number 2. If this is 100, they're asking us to find x. If you relate it to diagram number 1, you will see that we're going to have x as 50, because 50 times 2 is 100. Look at number 3. If you relate it to this diagram number 4, they want us to find x. You see that this 120 divided by 2, x will be 60. We will have 2p here and p here, because we divide the one at the center by 2 to get the one at the circumference. Then look at diagram number 4. It's looking like this number 2 here. Now number 4, they want us to find p, and here is 100. We will not divide the 100 by 2. Rather, we'll use angles at a point to get this upper part of it. Now this upper part is what we divide by 2 to get p, because looking at this diagram here, is the upper part against the inner part, not the inner to the inner. So here there is 100, we subtract from 360 to get 260, and 260 divided by 2 here will be 130. Thank you. Are you struggling to stop your own? So I think we're still playing.